In part one, we went grocery shopping for our food prep while we were traveling. Today, we're going to do the actual food prep for all of our meals to hit our macros. Let's do it. Okay, we've got all of our meals laid out here, and now I'm going to portion everything out, starting with our first meal of the day. All right, we're starting for our first meal of the day, which is going to be breakfast, and it's going to be protein oats. So I got our food scale out. We'll be using that. We got our container. This is protein powder in a baggie. Guys, you could bring protein powder on the plane, put a little Ziploc baggie. This is what I did here. I weighed out my serving size that I wanted, which was 38 grams, which is the equivalent of 1 scoop. I've got my container here. I'm going to turn the scale on. Zero it out. It's zeroed out. So again, guys, my macros are 380 carb, 185 protein, 75 fat. So I need quite a bit of food to get me to my macro target. So just the serving size is based off of your macro targets. I'm going to use 80 grams of oats. Okay, so I got my container here that we got. These are microwave safe, by the way. Put in 80 grams there. 82, a little bit less. Remember, you could get the instant oats, you get those little packets if you wanted. You get a small container of this, right? And you'll be just fine. Next, we're going to add in our almonds. So remember, we got the little packets here from the pack. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to weigh it just because to make sure it's the same as the packet. But there we go. Nice and easy, healthy fat source there. Toss that aside. We're going to add in some blueberries. I'm going to wash it off screen. All right, I'm going to add in 50 grams of blueberries. Just washed them, so I'm zeroing out my scale. I'm going to add 50 grams of blueberries. Get a produce source with our meal. Good source of fiber as well. Okay, it's right to 50, so I'll set this aside. And we're going to add in 100 grams of banana. Again, if you don't have a lot of room in your carbohydrates, then you could leave this out. It's optional. I'm just going to add some in here. So what I'm going to do is take my spoon here, and we are just going to add some banana to our oats. So I'm going 100 grams. So boom, 99. How about that? All we need to do now is add a protein powder. I already weighed it out. 38 grams, like I said, which is the equivalent of 1 scoop. So I'm going to add that in now. And then what I'm going to do when I go to eat this is I'm going to add in about 10 to 12 ounces of water, stick it in my microwave, and I'll have oatmeal, okay? So, meal 1. All right, meal 2 is going to be kind of a classic bodybuilder meal, okay? It's going to be a really simple one that you can pack in your cooler. Let's say you're going to a work conference or something. Very easy, okay? So it's going to be chicken, rice, and vegetables, okay? So I'm going to grab one of my rectangle containers here, sit it on the scale, and we're going to add in our rice first, okay? So again, you can use yellow rice, you can use brown rice. I chose the yellow rice. You can use basmati rice, whatever you want to use. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to weigh it. I'll put the macro profiles for this meal on the screen. That's pretty much everything. I'm going to grab my spoon again. Let's get everything out of here. And if you forgot to get utensils, go to your hotel hotel lobby and grab you some of those, or go to the Walgreens around the corner, or figure it out. So we're going to go with the other pack. Put that in right here. Let's pop that bad boy in there. And these are like exactly on. So it's supposed to be 125 grams per rice cup, and it pretty much is. I spilled a little bit on the floor, so it probably would get right to that point, right? So I'm going to set these aside. All right, I'm going to add in my chicken next, okay? So we got our protein source, the chicken breast. I'm going 5 ounces here. So again, guys, this is frozen. The vegetables, they're frozen. I'm doing this ahead of time. So I'm going to take this, put it in my refrigerator. It's going to thaw out and be ready to go. I stick it in the microwave. I can eat it cold. It's going to help me get to my macro goals. So 5 ounces of the chicken breast. Pop that in there. get to 140 grams to get to 5 ounces. And we're close, so I put a little bit of that back. A little bit more. Boom, we're good to go. And the next thing we're gonna add, just a little bit of room here, zero out the scale. I'm gonna add green beans. Look guys, I'm not worried about you overeating on steamed green beans. I'm just gonna weigh it out. I'm going with 100 grams. I've basically just fill up the rest of your container with this. It's filling, it's low calorie. Again, you could essentially count vegetables as free, especially these kind. So a little over, about 120 grams. It's just over 4 ounces. So there, very basic. I can add salt and pepper when I go to eat. And then our topping is going to be sugar-free ketchup. So I'm gonna go with 30 grams here. And just mix it all in. Here we go. Especially for the chicken, we want something on there. You could go with the barbecue sauce as an option. That's another good one, but slap a cover on there. Boom, lunch is served. I'm gonna set this aside, we'll be good to go. All right, our third meal is a super easy, convenient one that you can bring with you on the go, okay? Let's say we packed our lunch, we're also packing our midday meal. So in part one, we got all these ingredients, right? I just got a scoop of protein powder in here, 30 grams of protein. We got some water, we're just gonna mix it with some water, 12 to 20 ounces. We got a packet of almonds for a healthy fat, 16 grams of fat here. Just trying to distribute my fats throughout the day, healthy source. And then we got our caramel rice cakes. I'm gonna be having 4 at this meal. Very simple meal right here. Okay, supper is gonna consist of deli meat wraps, okay? I'm gonna assemble those in a second, but we're gonna start off with our salad. I'm looking at this meal as like something you have a little bit of time to put together. Even if you don't, you can prep it ahead of time, so you don't have to weigh any of this for the salad. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some salad in this bowl, this larger bowl. I'm pretty much just gonna fill it up most of the way with some lettuce here. Again, you don't have to weigh this, guys. I'm not worried about you overeating on lettuce. Okay, it's actually just about 100 grams. Keep it simple. I'll set that aside. Then we're gonna add some toppings here, okay? So I picked up the canned veggies here, roasted peppers. I'm gonna add about 1 ounce of those. Again, you don't have to weigh this, but nice if I got some of the strips, right? That would have been nice. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get a little creative. We're gonna cut the video. All right, I'm going all in here. This is my meal. No one else is sharing this with me. So this is going to be the roasted peppers. Gonna tear them up the little strips here, add some in until my heart is content. These make salads really good, by the way. If you don't put roasted peppers in your salads, guys, you're missing out, all right? You don't have to weigh out this, okay? Like I said before. So, I have a sink right here, so I'm gonna use it. And then we're gonna add in some banana peppers, okay? Boom, tasty little addition to our salad here. We're gonna add our dressing. I'm not gonna do it now, because I'm going to be eating this tomorrow. I don't want my dressing on there. But let's say you did this in the morning. Like, hey, put on your amount of dressing. And I will weigh this because, it has some calories, like 30 grams. It has 5 grams of fat, and some marginal amount of carbs. So I will quickly weigh it. You could just go, it's like a little amount. You could do vinegar, right? It's very low in calories. Non-fat Italian, right? Like we talked about when we were shopping. I'm just going to add this before I go to eat it tomorrow. All right, we got our salad assembled. Now we're going to make some deli meat wraps. Okay, I'm going with 6 ounces of the turkey breast. Again, adjust the serving sizes as needed, but this is very lean, so this is a great option to use. So I'm going to weigh out 6 ounces, and we're going to add our deli meat, 6 ounces. I'm going to weigh that out. Let's see, 4, 5, 5.5, and okay, there we go. Very close, 5.96. Also got some toppings for our wraps. So what I'm going to do here is we're using our lettuce, our roasted peppers, and our banana peppers. So I'm gonna start with the whole wheat wrap. I'm gonna make this one a little bit smaller because it's a little bit smaller. And we're gonna add in our meat. So 4 slices is probably good for the wheat wrap. I'm gonna add in some toppings, a few banana peppers, a few roasted peppers, a little bit of lettuce. Okay, we're gonna add in our mustard now. So for our wrap, just a little bit. I'm not gonna go too crazy, that's good. And now I'm gonna try to wrap this. I'm doing this in the container just because, you know, for sanitary reasons, right? But I'm gonna pull everything together and try to wrap it up. All right, we're gonna assemble our flour tortilla now. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some meat. Just like so. We're gonna add a little bit more meat to this one because the tortilla is larger. That's why I wanted the large size. And then we're gonna add some toppings. I'm not gonna go too crazy here. Just wanna make sure I add in some. A little bit of lettuce to that, and a little bit of mustard. And a little bit there. And then we're gonna wrap this up. So I'm gonna start on the edge this time. There we go. And then we're gonna add that to our container. All right. So what you can do now is I just added the extras to the side, like a garnish, right? But what I am gonna do is, you remember we're having a salad? I'm just gonna add some turkey meat to our salad, you know? I assemble the salad first, just so that I make sure I have enough meat for the wraps. And then I'm just gonna break this up to little pieces here, add it to our salad. Then we'll add the vinegar and salt and pepper later. We've got our toppings. I'm not gonna let anything go to waste. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna seal these up. And dinner is served. Our last meal of the day is gonna be a Greek yogurt parfait. I'm just gonna use one of these individual containers and 65 grams of granola. Yes, a random amount, but that's what it takes for me to stay within my macro targets. So, I'm going to zero out our scale, and we're going to add in our yogurt first. Alright, we got our yogurt in there. We're going to add in a little granola. And guys, you can add the yogurt to your oats in the morning. You can combine this all. You can make a bigger yogurt parfait. I mean, it's up to you. You can add blueberries to this. That tastes freaking awesome, actually. Blueberries, granola, and the yogurt. We're going 65 grams, like I said. And we're just about there. Boom. There we go. Let's seal this off. It's a late night snack before going to bed. If you're hungry and you're craving ice cream, hey, this will kind of help with that sweet tooth, right? So, there we go. All right, so we got everything completed. We have our breakfast here in the oatmeal, okay? Check this out, guys. Got a tape measure here. And why the heck do I have a tape measure out? Well, I just want to show you that, hey, it's not taking up that much room. You can fit this into a small cooler. It's kind of why I made the case for a larger one, too. But you could also put some of this stuff in your refrigerator, right? Like oats, you're eating this first thing in the morning, right? Just gonna add some water, pop it in the microwave, be good to go. We're gonna do that in our, when you see me next. We've got our lunch. That's not lunch. We got lunch right here, chicken, rice, and green beans, okay? And then our midday meal over here, let me get rid of this tape measure, is going to be a quick protein shake, packet of almonds, couple rice cakes, and then dinner, we got our wraps, and we got a salad to go along with that. And then before we turn in for the night, we got a Greek yogurt parfait. And boom, okay? So the serving sizes I use here today is going to help me hit my targets of close to 3,000 calories. Adjust your serving sizes as needed, guys. Again, you don't have to have 80 grams of oats. You can have 40 grams of oats if that helps you hit your targets more. If your fats are low, maybe we're dropping these fats from that midday meal, right? you get the picture, right? You gotta adjust your serving sizes, but these are some simple, pretty inexpensive options for when you travel to hit your macro targets, guys, okay, across 5 meals in a day. So again, these are just some options, some considerations for you. But we've got everything prepped now. I'm going to stick it in our fridge, and tomorrow we're going to eat it. Take care.